Mets manager Carlos Mendoza is here. Mendy, it's great to see you. I'm actually going to start with one of your star players, if I may. Francisco Lindor. I've heard he is a quick healer. So does that mean chances are pretty solid that we could see him playing on the first day of the season?
Good to see you guys, Scotty.
You do. I
Yeah.
get right to business.
Yes, with Lindor, there's still a pretty good chance that we'll see this guy on opening day playing shortstop for us. Not just because of how quick of a healer he is. He's just, he's one of those guys that he takes pride of posting and being available. We're not gonna rush him. I think hitting progression starts today. He's been throwing, he's been doing all the conditioning, he started fielding. So I'm still pretty optimistic that we will have Lindor playing shortstop for us on
opening day. It was his left hand, right?
Left hand, yeah.
So was there any thought of him just hitting left-handed at a time? Because, I had Hamate, right, and he couldn't really do much. But since he's a switch hitter, I know he probably would back away from hitting right-handed. So was there any thought until his right-handed swing got back and that healed, maybe just have him hit left-handed?
No, not really. That wasn't even a conversation. I think it was just more like once we went in, got the Hamate out, it was just more like getting the stitches out and just the strength part. So no, that wasn't even in the conversation. But again, we expect Lindor to be a healthy player for us come opening day.
When we're getting later into spring training, we saw it a few years ago with Miguel Vargas. He wasn't able to swing yet. He was just standing in the box taking pitches. Is there something that Mets fans can look at and go, wait a minute, like Francisco's not played in an actual spring training game. He's only been on the backfield. Maybe this will be delayed if we look at it later in the spring. Or is there, do you guys have a plan once he's at a certain point, he'll be in actual games or he'll be on the backfield till he's fully 100%?
Yeah, there's definitely a plan. We will see him on backfields hopefully in the next couple of weeks where it's either tracking or anything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see Francisco Lindor playing games for us here in spring training before we break camp. So again, we're still early, but I think that's the plan, that Francisco is going to be able to play spring training games for us here.
Hey, can I ask you about Nolan McLean? And first off, how he's feeling? Because it sounded like that was pretty concerning when you have vertigo-like symptoms. And there's just a lot coming at him right now. He had a great introduction to the league. You're trying to get him ready, during his first spring training for a first full, I would say, entering a first full season as a starter with the ball club in the major leagues. And then, little WBC on the side, which could include him pitching in a title game if they get there. So can you take us through how he's doing and how you're trying to monitor that with Mark DeRosa or whoever you talk to on the USA side?
Yeah, he's doing good. After that day and a half that he would experience those vertigo-like symptoms, he scheduled a pitch on a backfield today. The goal is to get him his 4 ups, close to 60 pitches, and he continues to check all the boxes. Continues to recover well. He's eating and just getting his weight back because he lost a little bit of weight. Again, it's been a lot for him since he got to the league towards the end of last year. But if anybody's wired or built to handle something like this, it's Nolan McLean. I know Dero announced yesterday that if the Team USA gets there to the championship game, most likely is Nolan, the guy that is going to get the ball. And what an honor that is. But again, we got to continue to check the boxes. Hopefully that's the case. That means he's healthy. USA's got to get there as well. They got a good team, by the way.
Yeah, they're all right. They're okay.
But yeah, this kid is built for this moments like this. And again, let's take it one day at a time, and we'll see what happens next.
How nervous are you during the WBC? As a manager with a decent amount of players, how nervous are you?
Honestly, I experienced it the last WBC. I was a bench coach for Team Venezuela, and it's just fun, man. It's something that is a great experience. It's something that if you have the opportunity to put the uniform with in the country on your chest like that's something that you can take away from players and humans, right? So again, we all have that experience. I wasn't here, but the Edwin Diaz experience, and everybody, that's the first thing that comes to mind. But hey, man, the intensity is completely different. But people get hurt in spring training too, So, like for me, it's just go out there, enjoy it, learn from some of the best players in the world, and just have fun. We'll be watching, and we'll be fingers crossed here. But yeah, I think it's just an experience that if you get an opportunity to do it, you got to go and do it.
I mean, I love the WBC. I think it's awesome. I was at the game. I don't want to bring it up. Venezuela, USA, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Venezuela didn't go so well. The guy shouldn't have ripped his shirt off at the one point. Trey Turner said, "Take that. Put your shirt back on." That's fine. If it plays like it played out last time, Venezuela, USA, semifinals, who are you rooting for?
Oh my gosh!
And then you have McLean back on the back if the USA wins for the finals. So who do you root for as a manager?
Imagine I don't know if that's possible because I haven't been able to.
Yeah, I don't know how the brackets work.
But imagine having a USA Dominican Republic, because I could potentially be watching Nolan McLean Juan Soto matchup here. So, I don't know who to root for. I just it's like everyone comes out healthy and kind of like that Ohtani Trout at bat, right?
Yeah.
Teammates at the time, and that's how the last WBC ended last year. Look, man, I'm gonna root for the players, that they stay healthy, and for a really good show and a really good baseball, which is we already saw it last night with in the Dominican Republic and how intense that is for our Latin country. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be watching it.
What happens if it comes to that and McLean slips and one might just
my
get
God.
away?
Don't go there.
I'm not saying hurt him, but just Soto shuffles on him. McLean doesn't like it, and it got away. Skip.
That's part of the competition. We're talking about elite competitors, right? Nolan McLean, Juan Soto. We
have to have a team meeting and when they come back.
We saw flashes of it on a live EP before we started playing games where Soto was facing Nolan, and he got pretty intense there as far as like the competition goes. Nolan's trying to get him out, Soto's trying to get him as well. So we'll see what happens there.
Do you think we can take the energy? I don't know how much of the game yesterday you saw. For people who didn't see it, it was the Dominican versus the Tigers down in Santo Domingo, the capital, the largest stadium from when I played down there in winter ball. Do you think we can replicate that somehow here in the States, here that it's not the playoffs? This was a scrimmage game, and for every one of the DR at-bats, except for Austin Wells, the entire stadium was standing. No offense to Austin Wells, but everybody else was like their guy from down there.
Replicate meaning during the WBC here in the States?
No, replicate during the regular season. That energy, that like...
I think the way I see, because I lived at Kratzy, is whenever you're playing, say, a playoff series and you're in your home ballpark and it's 50, 60,000 people, 85% of the fan base there is your own crowd, right? When you're playing WBC, I remember playing Venezuelan Dominican, there's 50,000 people in the stadium, is 50-50 crowd-wise. So every pitch, you got someone screaming as loud as they can for something. So if the pitcher executes the pitch, you got the Venezuelan crowd going crazy. If the Dominican gets a hit, you got the other 50% of the stadium going crazy. So it's always going to be super loud. And I don't think you can replicate something like that here in the States.
Mendy, question for you related to this, because we're going to see Soto, of course, in left field, and then we'll see him play that out during the season. We always think about all of the crazy analytics and conversations that go on behind the scenes. And you're a straight up guy, stand up guy. So is David Stearns. It sounded like it was just a more simple decision to have a conversation with him and not dig super deep into every single number. Of course, you guys know what's going on the field and what numbers tell you, but was it really that simple? Like, it wasn't this, hey, let's sit down and go over all these numbers? Because I think from the outside, a lot of fans nowadays think that every decision is like Wall Street deciding which stock they should buy.
No, it was a simple conversation. Talking to Juan, you're going to be playing left field in WBC. Yes. How do you feel about playing that position? I feel great. And then as the conversation started flowing, I was like, is that something you will consider doing for us here with the Mets? And it's like, I'll do whatever you want or whatever the teams want. And that's when I took it to David. Started like I said, an informal conversation. Took it to David. And then, we were getting back to Juan a few days later with the decision that we were going to move forward. So we didn't dig into numbers. We all know that Juan playing left field, I think he had the better years defensively when he was playing that position. So it's not like we're moving him off right field and, okay, now you got to go learn left field. No, like he's got plenty of games there, and the numbers will show that too. So, we didn't go into the analytics and the numbers and all that. It was just more like informal conversation. He was on board. Team was on board. Let's go ahead and do it.
One more WBCQ for me here. Who has the better team, the Dominican or Venezuela?
Oof.
You better say Venezuela because you want to go back home.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Don't lead the witness. Don't lead the witness.
No, look, when you are looking at the lineups, they got superstars 1 through 9. Venezuela got hit with some of the injuries. Pablo Lopez, unfortunately, goes down. Alvarado from the bullpen can't go. So I think from the pitching staff, the Dominican, I was watching that game yesterday. Sevi starts, and then every guy that came in after him was throwing a 99 to 100. Guys are used to pitching on high leverage here in the big league. So I think there's more depth there on the pitching staff on the Dominican side. But position player-wise, like, they're both pretty good.
They're both good teams.
Yes.
But USA, we all know USA is going to win, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, I mean, they got to go out and play.
You got some new guys here. Luis Robert, to name one, right? Bo Bichette, Marcus Semien. How are the new guys? Polanco. I love him, by the way. Does he always have a smile on his face?
Yeah, I mean,
he came up to me with the biggest smile. Hey, it's Bobby. How you doing?
Yeah, no, he's another great guy. They're all doing good. I'm excited about all of them. Luis Robert, he's going to start playing on the backfields today. Marcus Semien, a total pro. This guy doesn't say much, but he leads by example. The way he goes about his business. Bo, some baseball player, learning the new position. Hard worker, obviously. He can hit. Jorge Polanco, I mentioned. Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Freddy Peralta. Man, this guy is different. Everywhere he goes here, when I'm walking around that building, Freddy's there. Whether it's in the weight room, whether it's in the kitchen, in the locker room, he has that presence, and he's genuine too. He's got that joy. It's just been a pleasure to be around him.
Anything you can tell us about Luis Robert? Anything he's doing different? How's Bo handling? There's a lot of questions here. Yeah. How's Bo doing a third?
Let me tell you, Luis Robert, man. Like, I don't know if you've seen him take BP. This guy's different. With the way the ball comes up,
if he can stay healthy, he's unbelievable.
And that's why he hasn't played games yet. Today's going to be the first time that he's on the backfield. We got to make sure this guy stays healthy. If we can keep this guy on the field, like, man, he's something else. The ball jumps. He's got like 40 live at bats, and I think he's leading the league in homers. Like, I don't know if I want to celebrate it or not, because he's facing our own guys and he's taking guys deep. But man, like, the tools are pretty impressive. Bo, with that transition to third base, he's a shortstop that we're asking him to move to third. Work ethic, hands. It's going to take some time. There's so much that we can replicate pre-game on the backfields. Like, he needs to play games. There's different angles. There's different reads, different throws. He's going to be fine. I like where he's at as far as learning third base. Jorge, same way. First base, it's not so much ground balls. It's just like the fundamentals. People think, you can put him at first base and it's going to be easy. There's a lot that goes into playing the position. The awareness of where the second baseman is. We've seen it with guys, ball on that 4-hole, they react. They're so used to going after that ball. It's like, oh boy, I got to get back to the base. Pitchers covering the base, cuts and relays. There's so much there that goes into that, again, by playing games. And I'm glad that we're going to be able to put him tomorrow for the first time there to play first base. Who else we got? Luis Robert, Polanco, Bichette,
Semien,
I mean, a pro, like I said,
Yeah.
total pro.
Weaver, Devin Williams. I mean, you got like a whole new team.
We do. But it's exciting. It's exciting with so many new faces. Great dudes, man. These guys, they've been around this league. It's not like we're meeting for the first time here. And a lot of them play together, you know, with different teams. You know,
Bo and Semien played together, correct?
Bo and Semien play, and then you look at Freddy, Devin, Tyrone Taylor. Those guys got Tobias Myers.
They have Brewer magic.
They got, coming from the Brewer. You got Clay Holmes and Luke Weaver from the Yankees, Soto with the Yankees. So like, it's not like, they're meeting for the first time here with the Mets. Like, they know each other.
You guys have like an ex-teammate convention, like when you have your meeting in the morning? You guys, okay, all the Yankees go over here, all the Brewers go over here, all the Blue Jays go over here, and then afterwards, you get, all right, now we'll come together.
Maybe we'll do something like that next, on our bonding that we do in the mornings here.
You could do Minaya and Soto from the Padres, right?
Well, you could throw Minaya and Semien from the A's too.
True. Also, yeah, good point.
So yeah, we can get creative here.
You said, and your eyebrows raised when you said it. You said, "Ooh, Bo, he can hit." What does he add to the lineup that maybe you were missing last year, especially when you talk about a guy that's able to drive the ball out of the ballpark, able to put together at-bats, able to win a batting title? What does he add to the lineup that maybe you were missing last year?
Well, we had some really good hitters last year too, and obviously they're with different teams, but he's just a professional at bat that you're going to get from Bo. This is a guy that when he's ahead in counts, he's going to go for it, and we'll see that late kick. And then once he gets to 2 strikes, he spreads out. He uses the whole field. This is a guy that can hit behind runners, with runners in scoring position, uses a whole field. He puts the ball in play. I mean, there's a lot to like there. Like you say, like I said, you're getting a professional at bat from Bo every time he goes up to the plate.
That lineup's nice for you, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it has Louis Robert hitting 8.
Oof.
Pretty good eight hitter.
Yeah. Look, I like the balance. I like the fact that I could go right, left. We got a couple of switch hitters on Polanco and Francisco. The lefties with Soto, the righty, Beatty, obviously, as a lefty. But there's a lot of different ways I could go with this lineup. But there's versatility, there's balance, there's power, there's contact, there's speed. So there's a lot to like about the lineup. We just got to keep everyone healthy.
All right. I know you got to go, so make it quick. Your starting rotation. Justin Willard, the new pitching coach, does he have a rope that he's going to tie you to the dugout until the 6th inning and just say, let's let these guys figure it out, so that we're not going out there and we're going to create a new norm here in New York with our starting pitchers?
Yeah, I think that was the case the past couple of years that I've been here. The starters, they got to go. Unfortunately, we went through a lot with our rotation, but I like where everyone is at right now. They're healthy. When they're healthy, they can do a lot of different things. Able to add Freddy, and then you got a full year of Nolan, Clay, a second year as a starter. Then we got Petey, and then Minaya and Senga. Those 2 guys, it wasn't easy for them last year, health-wise. But when they're healthy, they can be a difference maker. So right now, everyone is feeling good. And we just got to keep it that way.
Mendy, you're the man. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you during the season. Good to see you.
All right, fellas. Thanks for having me.